Danielle is beyond incredible. I really can't say enough kind things about her. And besides being incredible, she's a social media and brand genius. I don't know if you've had the privilege of seeing her health squad and how she went about building that, and how she's grown from there. She is almost a six club. She's looking forward to being the youngest PMD in the UK. And she is such a beautiful soul, and I am so pleased to introduce her. Take it away, baby.
Okay, hi everyone. It's so nice to be on the call and see so many familiar faces. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Danielle, as Olivia said. I'm 20 years old and I'm from the UK, so just bear with my accent if it's annoying. And I got introduced to Juice Plus 2 years ago now when I was at dance school. I was studying performing arts, and I was coming into my last year of school, and I was graduating, and I had my graduation show coming up, and I stumbled across Juice Plus from a friend of a friend, and I was 18 really and just naive, and I was like, yeah, sure, like I'll do whatever. Didn't really think much about it. Started taking the products. For me, my energy was like huge difference. Felt so much better. I was performing a lot better and I was more active in class. My skin used to be like really bad, like I used to have really bad acne, and that was another huge thing for me. And then obviously my body started to change shape and turn up a lot more, like as a lot of people get them results. So then the business just kind of fell hand in hand. People wanted to feel as good as I did, etc., etc. You all know how it goes. And then like I was doing it for like 2 months, and then I was like graduating. It was my 19th birthday. I moved to London, and like I was just like, yeah, party, like I'm so free. Like I was young, and I was like, okay, whatever. I'd still go to all the events. In the UK smashing it, and like I'm in Katie Baby's team, and obviously like saw her like doing really well, so I was like, right, I need to get going with this. And then last March time I created my own brand, which is the Health Squad, if anyone's seen it. And it was since then that my business really took off, and that I started building like an international business worldwide, and like have like loads and loads of fun, and it's just turned into something that I actually enjoy. I quit my job, quit both jobs in London, and then obviously I go out with Joss, Lauren's son, so I'm now here in Vegas, which is pretty cool to be able to quit your job at 19 years old and just come to Vegas for however long you want, and be able to build your business from wherever. So the reason my business has kicked off a lot is because of social media. My business is 90% on social media, I'm going to say. And it's in loads of different countries: Australia, America, the UK, France, Amsterdam, and like I've never been to half of them places. Like the only place I'd ever been was the UK before my business built in all them places. So thanks to social media, I was able to connect out to them places. So I'm going to teach you a little bit about how I started building on social media and my top tips and how to build your own brand. So my first 5 top tips, which are like essential, would be, the first one is like that all of your social media is your window shop. So like everyone's judging you, whether or not you like it or not, everyone judges everyone. So as soon as they click on your Facebook, they're going to see you. You need to have your profile picture as you, maybe with someone else is fine, but like don't have like a picture of Juice Plus as your profile picture. It's so tacky and it looks unprofessional, and it looks very salesy. So just do you, like everyone knows you. That's why they're friends with you on Facebook, because they wanted to know more about you. So make sure your profile picture is you. Then underneath your profile picture, there's a bio. So just write like, I don't know, something about you, maybe like you're happy, maybe you're positive, healthy, like any of them things that just relates to you, like what you think people see you as. And then now underneath that, there's also a little section where you can put photos. So like maybe put like 4 photos up of like the best photos of you and like the best things that relate to you. So like maybe it's somewhere where you've been that reflects on your personality, or maybe it's something that you did, or maybe it's your progress picture or something like that that's going to show them who you are. So then you have your profile set up, so people, whenever they click on, they're going to see that you're smiley, they're going to see that you're positive, they're going to see that you're being healthy and all of that kind of stuff, so that it's already set up so that it's there for goodness. Then my second tip would be like literally tell my team not to do any negativity. Like, don't post anything negative on Facebook. It's just unnecessary. No one wants to hear it. If you're feeling down or anything like that, like, go out for a walk, do some exercise. I guarantee you'll feel better. Or like, just go do some self-development or anything. No one wants to hear about how shitty your day is or anything like that. Like, people are just going to pick up on it and like pull you apart because of that, rather than the good things that you're posting about. So I just always say don't do negativity on Facebook. And then the other one is like, don't post about illness, because like if you're promoting a product and you're saying, oh, it gives you a better immune system, and then every other week you're like, oh, I'm ill, then it's not going to look very good. It's not going to be truthful. And if you are ill, fair enough, just don't post about it. I know Olivia Measures, when she was going IMD, she was so sick she could barely even speak down the phone. The office rang her and was like, you've gone IMD, and she was like, thanks. Like, she literally couldn't speak. But she weren't posting on Facebook, oh, I'm really ill. If she did, she probably wouldn't have gone IMD. So like, just don't post about it. And if you are going to post about it, post after you've been ill and say like, oh, the capsules have helped me get well quicker. And then the third thing would be like a professional look. So this is a really essential thing. So I'm going to show you something now, which like really bugs me. Like, when you see people doing Juice Plus, it makes a huge difference if you change up your photos. So like this, for example, I don't know if you can see it. Like this kind of photo, like I just think that they look quite tacky. Like, this is just my opinion and what I find works for me. But like, if you're posting like stuff like that, I just say create your own stuff. Like, I'm going to go into branding in a minute, but like from me, like this, it says like buy me now kind of thing. And then compared to like this, looks a bit like a lot more professional, and like, I don't know, I'd rather buy the second one than someone putting like buy me now on your photo. So just be careful about what you're posting on the products. Like, make sure that it looks professional, because then people are going to want to pay the money for it and like all of that kind of stuff. Consistency. So it's really important. Like, consistency will get you results. Like, if you're going to post once every other day, it's not going to work. I promise you, it just won't work. You need to be posting like a few times a day. I'll go into this on more detail in a minute, but like, you need to be constant with it. You need to be updated. People need to see that you're active and that you're living the lifestyle and you're doing it, not just for new clients and team, but for for new people, but for your team to see that you're putting in the effort, so that they put in the effort too. So consistency is a huge thing. Everything I post, everything I post always comes back to business or product, whether or not I'm talking about the business or product. Like, I don't always post about the business and product because it would look a bit salesy. But like, if I'm putting about me going traveling or stuff, it automatically shows that I have freedom to be able to go traveling. It's not like, oh, because of my business, I'm going traveling. Like, it's like, oh, I can't wait to go to LA. And everyone's like, well, how do you go to LA? Like, how can you just go to LA and do this? Like, you know? Or I'll be like, oh, I'm feeling really good. And then everyone will be like, well, she's clearly feeling good because she's posted about these products before. So everything always kind of goes back to Juice Plus, business or product in some kind of way or another. And the most important thing is just be you. Like, don't try and be anyone else, because like, people are friends with you on Facebook and they know you because of you. So if you're trying to be like, for example, if like Joss was trying to be like me, it wouldn't work, because he's a boy, he's a male, he's not going to post about bikinis on the beach all the time. So it's like, be you. Like, and if you're like older or whatever, be that kind of character, because that's what your friends know you as. Whereas if you're going to start posting like, oh yeah, take Juice Plus and go to LA for a weekend, then everyone's going to be like, well, that's not you, like, you know. So just be you. So that's my like top, I'm like going out the camera. That's my like top 5 tips for what you need to make sure you're doing. So then on social media, what I teach my team and what I do, which I find gets really good results, and a lot of the UK do the same thing, we post like 5 to 9 times a day, which might seem like crazy, and you might be like, well, I can't post 5 to 9 times a day, but you can. Like, it literally takes me about 20 minutes when I add all the time up that I've spent on social media posting per day. because what I'll do is, like, if I'm out at the gym, I'll just take a selfie. It takes like 2 minutes, just put a nice effect on it, make you not look so sweaty and minging. Or like when we cook dinner, we'll just spend an extra like 5 minutes to make it look nice, rather than just putting a pile of slop on a plate. Like, make it look nice, maybe clean the edges with a bit of kitchen roll and like take a nice photo of it. Just spend a little bit more time. And post, there's so many things that you can post about. So my peak times for posting, which I'm going to tell you about, which is where people will see your posts the most, and it'll be most, you'll get the most results from it. So 6 a.m. till 9 o'clock in the morning is peak time. Like, everyone, I'm going to say about 85% of the population, between them times will wake up and go on Facebook. Like, I bet every one of you, like, the first thing you do in the morning is you pick up your phone, you log into Facebook. Everyone else has been asleep, so I don't know what you're looking for, but it's like, it's just what everyone does. So if you're posting between them times, as soon as someone wakes up, they're going to see your post. And if you post every morning at that time and you're happy and you're healthy, then everyone's going to be like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, she's always happy and I'm waking up groggy like every morning and I feel rubbish, and like, she feels really good. So if you're posting at that time, then everyone's going to be like, right, I need to do what she's doing. Like, she's well happy at like 6 a.m. in the morning. I actually went into a coffee shop once, and there was this girl there, and I didn't know that, like, she follows me on Facebook, and she was like, how do you do it? Like, you're up at 6 a.m. and I wake up at 9, and you've already been for 3 workouts, you've eaten porridge, green leaves, and like all this stuff, and I don't understand. And I was like, there, it's Juice Plus. She signed up, so it's like, I put the effort in and it will come back in results. So then the next time would be 11 till 1 o'clock in the day, because people are on their lunch break or like checking into Facebook. Then after that would be between 3 and 4, because they're either finishing work or they're bored at work, so they'll check in again. And then the next peak time would be between 7 and 11 o'clock at night, because people are sat on the sofa watching TV, scrolling through Facebook, doing nothing. Like, you know, that's a really good time for you to be advertising, for you to be posting, because everyone's online. So that's the peak times. And then for post ideas, because you might be thinking, well, how the hell am I going to be able to post 5 to 9 times a day and do different things? So I post about fitness. So I'll post about workouts that I'm doing. If you're not active and you don't go to the gym a lot, or you don't do anything major, set yourself like a 30-day challenge where you like exercise every day for 30 days. Maybe it's just going out for a walk every morning or every night or whatever. And then blog it on Facebook, because then people are going to be like, right, if she can do this, she never exercised before, then I can do it, kind of thing. And it shows that you're walking the talk. Next thing would be health. Obviously, we're running in a health product. You need to be healthy. You need to be a product of the product, leading by example. So post about what you're eating, like healthy things that you're doing, how you're feeling, all of that kind of stuff. Business, post about, like, I'm just giving you a quick in and out of what I post. But like, business would be like, oh, I'm so happy that this business opportunity has been able to give me this, or I love working alongside the other Health Squad girls, or all of that kind of stuff, where it just relates to the business and how it benefits you and how much you love doing it. The product, like I just said before, don't use the tacky product pictures. Like, take your own pictures, get the capsules, put them on like a white background, take a nice photo. We've actually just been and done like a Juice Plus photo shoot, so we're gonna have like loads of photos for you to use, which we'll upload in the Team YOLO page like within the next week or so. So post about the benefits of the product, like put a picture of the product on there, and then like give a few benefits. Maybe it's like, that they really help your hair, nails and skin, or like they really help with weight loss, or, you know, all the benefits. Testimonials, so use the testimonial group, get pictures out of there. The majority of people in there who have posted their testimonial say that you can share it. So just take the picture, take whatever they've said and put it on your wall and like quote them and pretend that you know who they are, because then it looks like more relevant. And then obviously don't do anything to do with Juice Plus and just post about your life. So maybe you're traveling, maybe you're going out for dinner with your boyfriend, or maybe you're, I don't know, you've just bought some new shoes, or just stuff that's nothing to do with Juice Plus. So it shows that you're still a real person and you're not a Juice Plus robot. You know, so just stay real again. So that was like the kind of things that I post on Facebook to keep me being able to post the amount of times. Like, if I'm active, then people see that I'm still consistent, that I'm still doing it, and I'm real about what I'm doing. So creating photos, like I use like different apps and stuff like that to make my branding and to make photos look better and stuff like that. So the apps that I use is Font Candy Plus. I like put them all on the page as well, but Font Candy Plus, so I paid like £2 for it or something like that. It was worth the £2. VSCO Cam, it's like an editing thing, so you can just like VSCO Cam. It's an editing thing, so you just put the photo in there and you can edit it and it looks really good. And then I use Photo Grid for all my photo grids. Don't put a logo on there so it looks more professional again. Or InstaSize is another one. And then to get loads of different kind of photos for my page and for my brand, I use Pinterest, because you can just type in summer bikini, like that's what my brand basically is. So just like things that relate to your brand, you can just type it in there and it'll come up with like hundreds and hundreds of photos that you can just take and use. And then other apps that I use is Buffer for scheduling posts. So people who are like, I can't post 5 times, you can schedule them, but just be wise with what you're scheduling. So make sure you're not just scheduling pictures of like 5 different quotes throughout the day, because like anyone can do that and it's not going to get you anywhere. So you need to be posting all of the different kind of post ideas that I just wrote above. So that's about social media, and you should be like using all of the different social media types if you can, or just focus on one. So like I'm mainly on Facebook and Snapchat, and then I do like a little bit on Instagram and a little bit of Twitter, but not a lot because it just bores me a little bit. So, and it takes too much time. So just focus on one or the other. So building a brand is like a huge thing, and like it's a huge thing that's really affected the UK. Because Juice Plus, saying Juice Plus over and over again can get boring, can get like I don't know, people can just be getting fed up of hearing the word Juice Plus, and it kind of just puts everything on a plate for you. Like everyone already knows what you're talking about if you're just saying Juice Plus over and over again. So I created the brand The Health Squad last March time, I think it was, and it really gives us a platform for us to advertise without over branding Juice Plus. So people will see The Health Squad and it will create a lot of interest. So you could start your own brand for yourself called The Busy Mum. And then you can just use it from there. So you can be like, oh, busy, hashtag busy mum, on the go, but still got my shake. Like, you know, stuff like that, where it's going to be like, oh, busy mum. Like, that's me as well. And people can relate to that. If your audience is busy mums, then that's what you want to be using. Whereas like, there'd be no point, Lauren, for example, or like Cheryl or anyone being like, oh yeah, young, fun, bikini girls. Like that's kind of what our vibe is. So it'd just be really weird for them to try and focus on like 18 to 25-year-olds. Like it just won't work. So make sure you find out what your thing is, like who your audience is, and focus on that. So building your brand, maybe find a name. The first thing we did was we sat down, like it was a team effort. We sat down and we wrote down like tons and tons of names that came together with like health. So we'd do like gym, all of that kind of stuff. And then we'd write down different words that do with like a group, the squad, tribe, all of that kind of things. Then we kind of just put it together, and then that was what we came up with. So write down tons and tons of names, and then select out, try a few different things and see where you want to go with that. And then what we did was we did a vision board of like our kind of vibe that we wanted the brand to be like. So we obviously were all really young. We all love traveling. We love the beach and all of that kind of stuff. So we've got loads of different photos, literally like a vision board that you put on your bedroom wall. We did the same thing, but with our brand. So we printed out loads of things, got loads of magazines, stuck it all together. So every time that we go to build something on our brand, we look at the vision board and we see our vibe. So we don't go off track and start like promoting like men in the gym. Like obviously we won't do that, but like, you know, like we don't go off track with things. So keep that vision. Then we created a launch date. So you need to create a launch date of when you're going to launch your brand and when you're going to really focus, and you can build the excitement up until that date. So you can be like, right, we're launching the girl group summer kids or something, I don't know, and it's going to launch on the 1st of April. So every day and up until the 1st of April, you write something like, 3 days until we launch. You don't have to say what you're launching, because then it builds more excitement and people are like, oh, what's going to happen? Like, oh, this sounds really fun. So like create excitement and build that up until that day, and then make it a huge deal on that day. So I launched my program this year, and like I'd count down until that day, and then I'd do a video like for the last 7 days throughout until the launch date. And like everyone was like, oh, what's happening? And then on the launch date, you do this huge video, like a picture or something of what you're actually doing. And then everyone's like, oh, I want to do what she's doing. And then really, if you're going to launch your own brand, it's hard work. So like you'd need to like sit down with your team if you're going to do it as a team effort, and like delegate things that you're going to do each to, like, maybe one of you is going to work on the branding. So maybe one of you is going to create all of the photos and stuff like that. Maybe one of you is going to do all the posting on your like page, so you don't have to worry about that. Maybe someone's going to make sure that the support group's always running. Like different things that people can be doing so that it's not one person's effort and it's not a lot of work on one person. It's really important. And then you feel like it's fair enough for all of your team to use your brand, because it would be really harsh on me if like I put in like all of this effort for the health squad and then all my team just get to use it. Like, yeah, obviously I'll do that because it's going to benefit me in the long run. But like if they want to use it, then they can help me work for it. So we all kind of put in a team effort, and we're all really excited about it. So you want to get your logo, get your branding, like I was saying, get your the color scheme and all that kind of thing, and then start creating photos. So before you launch it, you want to have like 20 photos already made, so that you can so that you already have them to post and you're not panicking, and you're going to always have them there ready to use. Keep it all the same so people recognize it. Like I said, keep it all into one thing. Then you want to create like a like page. It's really good to have a like page, even if you're doing your own brand on yourself. So like if you're doing the busy mum thing, maybe do busy mum Lisa or something on like a Facebook like page. And like I get literally like 50 messages a day from that page. So like if you're using it to your advantage and you're posting constantly on it, it's going to come back in a favor. Like it gets like 2 orders a day just from that page, and like 1 team member a month or something, a week from that page. So like really use it to your advantage. The way to use it is make sure that all the branding is the same, make sure it's consistent. On like page, you can actually schedule your posts on the Facebook app so it doesn't come up as buffer, which is a cool thing. And then what you want to do to like get it really going and to get likes, like people liking your page, is do like maybe say, oh, I'm going to give away £50, but put it into something like, this month we're going to do a trainer giveaway. So I'm going to buy a pair of Nike trainers, and like say anyone who likes this page and shares it, then they're in the competition to win a pair of Nike trainers. Because then hopefully like, I don't know, like 100 girls like and share the page. That's going to get like another 100 people to like the page. And then it's going to like create more engagement, more people getting on the page, more people joining up onto the product. So do stuff like that. Like sometimes investing in your brand is really important because it's going to come back in 100 folds. And then on your like page, you can actually boost posts. So like I'll spend like £7 a week on just boosting posts. So you can like literally go down to the specific people who you want to see it. Because obviously Facebook's got a huge audience, like my grandma's on it and my grandpa. So it's like, that's not who I'm aiming to get in my business. Like as much as I love them, but they wouldn't fit within my team and like they'd be really awkward to work with. So like you can go on your boost pages and you can choose like, I always choose between 18 to 30-year-olds. That you can choose where they live, you can choose their interests, literally everything. I could probably like choose the post to be shared onto your Pacific wall. Like literally you can go down into that much detail. So you want to be doing that, boost the post, like get so many more engagement onto your page. And like, even if you don't want to invest in the money now, start like getting your page going, getting people active and stuff. And then once it's starting to benefit you, then maybe you can put the money back into investing in your page and start putting the money into the boosted posts, because they do really work. Focus on your engagement audience, like I was saying before. Like someone said to me the other day, make sure that you're focusing on your audience, like I was saying with the girls and the age and stuff like that. They were like, you don't want to be doing anything where you're like aiming for like 40-year-old men, because that's then just not going to want to be in part of your tribe and stuff. So make sure that that's a key thing, that you are focusing on who your engagement is and who your audience is and what you're putting into it. Team effort, I already mentioned that. We all work together to cover the health squad and like work together to put out stuff. So really that's like all of my tips. Like what I can say about social media is that you can just really use it to your advantage, because you can build team all around the world. Oh yeah, I didn't actually write this in my notes, but the way that I managed to get people in Australia and America and all over was because I went into groups on Facebook. So like I went into like fitness groups in Australia, fitness groups in Las Vegas, like all of that kind of stuff. And I just started making friends with people. Like I wasn't like adding everyone and like spamming everyone or like writing in the groups like, oh, join Juice Plus or anything like that. I would just post in there some of my own health tips or like some of my own journey, nothing to do with Juice Plus or the health squad. And then people would engage with me already, and then maybe I'd drop them a message saying, hey, how are you? Thanks for commenting on my thing, made me feel really happy. Or like saw that you, or comment on someone else's thing and then be like, oh, I saw that you've lost 5 pounds, well done, that's a huge achievement. You know, just make friends with people. Don't spam people, it doesn't work. Just make friends and relationships with people, and then you can go on to add them on Facebook. Obviously then they're going to see what you're doing. They're probably going to be interested because they're already interested in health, or they're already interested in something that's related to you. And then you can keep building that friendship with them, and then eventually you can ask them, oh, like I'd love for you to look at what I do, I think you'd be really good at it. It'd be cool if I could get you on a call, and then get them on an opportunity call and like speak to them more about it in detail and like show them the product, show them the opportunity. And that is how I managed to build my business international without having to know people actually already in Australia or anything like that. So social media is literally insane on how you can do that. Make sure that your Facebook profile is public. So like you can have, anyone can view any of your posts already without them already being your friend. Obviously, like if you have children or anything like that and you don't want people to see it, you can make your posts private. So it's only your friends who see the posts. So really, I'm going to wrap it up because I feel like I'm just jabbering on forever and I could literally speak about social media for the rest of the night. But I think the key things from social media, like what you should take out from the call, is that consistency equals results. Without posting a lot and posting every day, it won't work. Like it literally won't work. You need to be constant. You need to be out there. But like if you are constant, the results will be huge. So just keep going. And like if you don't get likes on your Facebook posts and stuff, people are still seeing them. People are just stubborn and don't like them. So do keep posting, even if you're not getting the likes or the engagement that you're hoping for. People are seeing it behind closed doors. Take yourself seriously. So like this is your brand and like your business opportunity. So be professional about it. If you want a professional business and you want things to go huge and you want to be like you want people to come to you for the business or the product or anything like that, you've got to be professional about it because that's what you want, and that's who you would go to as well. So take yourself seriously and put time and effort into this. Brand yourself again, like the whole call was about. Make sure that you're either going to go away from this call and brand yourself. So maybe write down 5 things that you are, who you are, what people would recognize you as, and use that to your advantage. Or the business brand, again, do the same thing. Work out your theme, and then most of all, just have fun with it. Like I think what really creates our brand with the health squad and stuff is that people see that we have fun and we do take ourselves seriously and we do our business stuff, but then on the other side we also have fun, and that's what people want. People like want to have the business and stuff, they want to take it seriously, they want to have the opportunity and be able to create like a future for themselves, but along the same time they want to have fun with it. It's not something that they want to be able, like they want to have to do all day every single day, like make calls to everyone like all day every day. Like it's just not fun. So if you're writing down like all of the stuff that's like going to be fun as well, then people are going to want to get involved too. So just have fun with it, be yourself, create your own brand and get recognized because it's worth it. And social media is such a huge tool for us as a company. But yeah, that's me. And if you have any questions about branding or social media or any other tips that you want to know, then drop me a message because I'll be happy to help you and follow on from that. So yeah, Olivia.
Petting my dog. That was fantastic. Thank you. Do we have any questions? We can take about 2 questions. I know she might have things to do. She's had an exciting day. I saw the proof of that.
I'm taking Asha for dinner tonight.
Danielle, that was friggin' amazing. You just totally rocked it. You were just, oh my gosh. That was so many golden nuggets. Thank you so much. That was recorded, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Really, seriously. 20 high fives. That was so awesome.
I love you, Manon. That's great. Anyone else?
Yeah. Danielle, I have a question. I mean, I agree with Manon. This has been just a lightning bolt as far as like giving us, like to me, social media has been something that's been there and that I use seldomly, but I tend to be a private person. So it's been kind of like a thing that I have a sporadic, like suddenly I start posting and then suddenly I don't post. So obviously I know that being consistent is the key to everything. How would you, I don't know if you've had any distributor that has been kind of, I would say not necessarily a fan of Facebook or has not been in the habit of posting their life on Facebook. How do you transition that person from being kind of like having Facebook as something inert and having it be and turning that person to an engaging Facebook, an actual fun, engaged Facebook participant?
To do in Facebook, then kind of just like start getting used to it. Like I can't be like, oh yeah, well it's just obvious, but like you just need to start, like when you have lunch you probably go on your phone, so like just maybe check in, log in, what you're doing, like take a picture of what you're doing. You don't have to take a photo of yourself, like
a photo right now, like this.
yeah, like what I've just literally taken a screenshot of this, and then I'll probably post it in like 5 minutes and be like, oh cool, Carl, thanks for everyone getting on, like just warning you all. But like just stuff like that where you're like, you're already active, you're already got it going on, so you might as well use it. Like, you know, I always say to my team whenever we do team calls, we always take a photo at the end, like it's like a tradition, like everyone knows that at the end we're gonna all smile and take a photo. So it's like everyone just knows it's something that we do. So just starts like brushing your teeth. It's part of your daily method of operation.
Right.
So just start putting it in, like maybe like at 12 o'clock every single day, you just spend 15 minutes on butter in your purse or stuff like that.
So would you recommend, for example, like let's say, because I was very inspired by what you just said today, and it made it very easy. It was almost like bullet points, right? Which is something that kind of like, oh my God, 9 times, posting 9 times seemed to be like so much. So if let's say, let's use me as an example. I'm gonna pretend, right? Let's say that I post very seldomly. Would you, as an observer, suddenly be kind of thrown off if I started like posting 9 times a day when I posted maybe 2 or 3 times? And in that case, would you recommend a kind of like a facing? Is this what you're talking about, like the preparation for the launching?
Yeah, I wouldn't be like go from like posting once a week to like 9 times a day, because everyone's gonna be like, whoa, like, you know, like I just kind of like start posting once a day, and then after like 2 weeks start posting twice a day, and like just kind of build it up. But like if you're the kind of person who's like not, like if your friends are gonna be like, what the hell are you doing, why are you posting 9 times a day? Like my friends do that to me. They're like, why do you post like constantly? I'm like, well, if you think about it, I get paid £10 for every post that I do, so would you post 9 times a day? And they're like, shit, yeah, of course.
Right.
So, like, think about it like that. And like it's not like you always have to come up with your own stuff. So like I know, like, because I do some of Lauren's social media stuff, like I do some of her posts, and I always see like when I log in that some of her team like use it as well, which is absolutely fine. Like I don't mind that. But like then again, like it's kind of saves you effort. Like me and my team, we all work together, so we'll use some of the same posts. Obviously, if I'm saying, oh yeah, like, and my hair's grown really long from taking the products, you wouldn't share it. Like, you know, like you could share it and be like, oh, look at Danielle. She's been taking the products for 2 months and her hair's grown so much or something, you know? So like kind of just work together as a team effort to like utilize each other on your purse and stuff like that. Like Lauren's purse, whenever they're about to use purse or anything like that, you can all use them because they're normally me that's pursing it. So just feel free to use that for your advantage. I think you
Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Anyone else got any questions before we go?
Anyone? All right, guys. If they have any questions, you know, she's really great about answering them. So post them to
I'll
her.
be on social media, obviously. So
That's right. So post them to our page or contact her. And if you have
and like page.
Conference, I'd say post them or ask them now. We'll be adding you all to the group. So it's fantastic. Thank you for joining us, Danielle. Thank you so much. That was so great. I know I got golden nuggets, and obviously I'm going to pass them. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
You're welcome.
Bye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.